Hey guys, what's going on? We have season 2 of The Bad Batch. At least the first 2 episodes have dropped today. Now, I personally haven't seen it, but let me know what you think, spoiler free, down in the comments. I'm going to keep it spoiler free for at least the next 48 hours. But with that said, a while ago I made a list for season 1 and call it season 2, but it's really from the trailers of Lego Bad Batch sets we could get if Lego were to do a full-on Bad Batch wave like they did with the Clone Wars back in the day, but there's just too many shows and too little time to make, or too little allocation for the Lego sets to do a full wave. But here are my set ideas as of right now, and I'll be doing an updated version of this when season 2 is finally over sometime in March. I don't know why I said finally. I don't want it to be over, but it's gonna wrap up and we're gonna get right into Mandalorian season 3. I believe is in the next show. So from all the episodes and trailers that I've been rewatching, because I just rewatched season 1 for like the 4th time, I'm gonna get into some good set ideas here. And let me know what you think down in the comments. If I missed any, don't be afraid to drop it down in the comments. And while you're down there, smash that like button. And let's get into it. Here's just a few ideas from what I've gone through. The first one, mandatory one, I think, is a gunship, and it's got to be the Imperial one. And I think it's got to be from season 2, and it has to come with Imperial Cody. I think this would be a good set to get a bunch of rigs, like those white, like Phase 2 clones. I think you throw a bunch of those on a gunship, and you call it a day. Like, I don't know, I think you need at least 4 of those and maybe like a pilot. And you throw Commander Cody in there in his Imperial, like that white and gray design. I think that just makes a really good set. You don't have to try to do too much. You make it in a scale that matches up with the ATT, but it is unlikely. I would prefer to have 2 gunships, one that's Imperial and one that's not. And one that matches more up with the Clone Wars. But if I was doing a Bad Batch wave, I would do an Imperial one with that Commander Cody. The next one up is a V-Wing. And I think the V-Wing, a classic ship from the end of the Clone Wars, and I think we do it from like when the Bad Batch went to rescue Gregor, kind of do it from those episodes. And I think maybe you throw Hunter in there, maybe you do, but I think you have at least the clone pilot, or some version of a pilot. I don't know if it was, I can't remember, I just rewatched it, I can't remember whether it was regs or there was pilots. The pilot, I don't remember looking closely, probably was pilots, but I think you throw a reg, I think you throw a TK trooper, and I think you throw a clone commando. And if you need another minifigure, then you throw Hunter in there. But, I mean, Hunter doesn't need to come in every set for Bad Batch. He comes in 2 of the Bad Batch sets. So maybe throw someone else in there. But I think Hunter would make the most sense in the set. And I think with all those minifigs that I've already listed, you don't need Hunter. Next on the list is the Republic Attack Shuttle. A set we haven't had since 2008, or when it left. Shuttle was probably in 2010. So it's been a long time. It's been over 10 years. We've gotten the Republic Attack Shuttle, and you can do it in that gray, and it would look pretty cool. I think the one thing you need to change about that 2008 is you need to have a feature that door opens really nicely, like folds in, folds out, and is able to open up, and you can, get your guys inside. You can still cross-section it and have it lift off and whatnot, but you gotta have that front door be able to open up for you. I think it has to come with at least Crosshair Squad, if not Crosshair himself, and just a couple of them. Like you throw two or 3 of those a pilot, it's gonna be able to, and then you throw Crosshair. Maybe you throw Bandage Crosshair. That'd be kind of cool. So maybe without his helmet and he has all the bandages on him, or if he has his hair, maybe he's 4. I don't know, something like that, where you have Crosshair and a couple of his squad and a pilot for minifigures, not too bad. And you throw, I don't know, the original one was like $80, $90, and I don't think that I want a smaller scale version of this. I prefer bigger, but I think you probably need a few more minifigures. Maybe you do throw a full Crosshair squad in there. 'Cause what was the squad, like 4 or 5? You could throw, they would have all different heads, kind of similar to the Snowscript Battle Pack, because they're conscript soldiers. They have that black and green armor. It just looked really cool. Next up on the list is Sid's Parlor. I have Sid, the trainer. She's a trained ocean, so it's very similar in a headpiece to Bosk, just looking a little bit different. And you give her a staff and then put her in a small build of some version of her parlor. You have kind of like a Mos Eisley kind of type, but in a small version of that. Like we went to the Master Builder series style, but maybe wasn't there one like 2018 maybe style? I think it's like a $40 or $50 set. You have a couple rooms and you can open it up and close it, and you have Sid in there and a couple. You have the holochess table and the bar and maybe her office, and you call it a day. And then you throw Sid. Maybe this is where you get Rex, or maybe you throw those two patrons that are always there, the Hammerhead guy and the Weequay, and maybe you make this a cheaper, maybe make this a $30 set and just have those 3 minifigures in there, or you throw one of the members of the Bad Batch, or I don't know. But I think that's a good set to go with. The next one is Camino Training. This is one you could get Republic Crosshair, which I think we all want. Just like a training ground, which the picture should be up here on screen. You throw all 5 members of the Bad Batch. You throw a couple Dark Troopers, or put the Dark Troopers in like light gray. Maybe you redesign them a little bit. You throw a couple battle droids, and you have like the Citadel training facility. If you have all 5 members of the Bad Batch, that would be a really good set. They would never do it, but it would be really cool. The next one on the list here is an AAT, similar in size to this, but maybe the coloring of Phantom Menace. That first episode had a tan one. I think you do that, and you could do it a couple different ways. You have a couple members of the Bad Batch, like Wrecker and Crosshair. I feel like they were the most important for taking that down. And maybe one of the Collar clones, I can't remember what Legion they were, and a couple battle droids, but maybe that's too many minifigures. That's the problem with every set that I come up with. I want way too many minifigures that LEGO would never do. I don't know, but I definitely think that this size and not the size of the 332nd, even though that was like $40, I think that you need a bigger sized one. And we have the Camino Brig, just like a small prison where you do like red panels, or maybe you do stickered panels, or I'd rather printed panels. But you make it look like they don't do doors, but you make it the panels, and the panels maybe slide up, and you put a couple members of the Bad Batch. You put 2 Coruscant guards on a control panel, and then maybe you stick Admiral Rampart and one of the Kaminoans, like Nala Se or Lama Su, someone of significance there. And the last is a section of the Venator and more the medical bay, for where the Bad Batch got their chips out. And you build it's a built of the tube that they go into with scans, and then I think you have Tech and maybe Wrecker in there, and maybe Omega. And the last set is Rex's Y-Wing. I think you throw Rex in there, and I think you throw Omega at least. And maybe you do a scavenger from Braga, the Scrapper Guild. And you get those 3 minifigures, you do a blue Y-Wing, and go $40. Right? As much as I would rather it be like $30, I don't see LEGO doing a Y-Wing for under $40. But that's all the sets there. Let me know what you think, and if you have any other ideas, drop them down in the comments. And while you're there, smash that like button, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video right over here.